Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Colin Drew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 663 for comics originally coming out August the 22nd and August the 23rd. But before Drew and I get into what's coming out in your local comic book shops this coming Tuesday and Wednesday, Drew, what all fun stuff do we have going on in the world of comics post Free Comic Book Day?
A little bit of feedback. Good buddy Adam says, good episode last week. One suggestion, why don't you do the Hot 10 20 countdown style so you can finish with number one and then have Kyle try to do a Casey Kasem impression to make it more exciting. Maybe throw in a long distance dedication once in a while.
Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That is not.
Thank you for
not,
all those old Transformers episodes giving me that Casey Kasem.
What was he again?
He was in Transformers. I can't remember what he was, but he was, I think, most of like the humans.
Really?
Yeah.
Did I know that?
Probably not.
I didn't realize. I did not realize. Aaron Miller says he read his first Moon Knight book with the Moon Knight #1 that just came out and really enjoyed it. He hasn't read #2 yet and wanted to know if this was a good representation of the character and where he should look next for the best arc or run. Is it a good representation of the character? Issue 1 is, I think. Yeah, it's a pretty good representation of the character. And next, I would just go backwards. I would go back to the Max Bemis run as the next one, and then go to the left, Jeff Lemire before that, and read that one, and then Warren Ellis one before that. Because when you get back to the Bendis run is a little weird. The Houston run is, I can barely remember that one. There's a couple miniseries in there before that, and then the two big 80s ones. The original one, the original series that ran 38 issues, and then the Mark Spector Moon Knight, which ran like 60. So those are from the 80s. So depending on how you liked 80s type of storytelling, your mileage may vary on that. But I'd say just go back to Max Bendis, the run that just finished, if you haven't read any Moon Knight, and this is your first Moon Knight and you want to read more. Yeah, the Max Bemis run is pretty fun, and then I like Jeff Lemire's before that a lot too. So that'd be my recommendation. Kyle, how much Moon Knight have you ever read?
Very, very little. Just most of the recent stuff. Just dipping in, just enough to enjoy a few series with you. But I don't know. But I do want you to go through the different series and give me like a rating from 1 to 5 on how crazy he is during each of these runs, because you talked about there's some just absolutely bonkers stuff in some of the earlier stuff. So
I think he's the craziest during the Bendis run, and they kind of lean into that. I don't really remember the Houston run that well, so I can't tell you about that. And then I think I think Lemire touched on it a little bit, and Bemis touched on it a little bit, but I think by far the Bendis run had him crazy, the craziest. And then this little crossover in the Avengers where he was that was kind of weird. That was kind of crazy. So, I don't want to ruin that if you haven't read that arc. That's like 6 issues, and that's an odd run as well. So it's people just take Moon Knight and they kind of do what they want with him sometimes, and sometimes it's fun, and sometimes it's just out there.
He is nothing if not a big old piece of clay to play with.
Yeah. So there's 200 plus issues of Moon Knight, plus all his appearances in various other comics throughout the years. So you can find plenty to read if you dig the character. So definitely check that out. All right, let's head over to see what the top 20 has to offer us from our good friends over at Cover Price.
But before we do that, I have one more
Oh,
piece of letter coming in from our good friend Jason in Hawaii, who wanted to say, just wanted to say mahalo or thank you in Hawaiian to Drew for all of his hard work behind the scenes on these interview episodes. I know Drew spends time editing, cleaning up the sound, writing the promos, working with Jason, and he says me, on release dates and other unexpected stuff that pops up. Again, Drew, thank you for all your hard time and hard work. And also he wanted to say a big mahalo to David, Hannah, and Pamela of Superfan Promotions for working with him on arranging these interviews with these different creators. And a big thank you to you and I, of course, at Comics for Fun and Profit for everything. So he just wanted to send that special shout out to you, Drew, for all the hard work you've done on these and all the behind the scenes work and stuff like that. And he just wanted to make sure that you got your kudos on that kind of thing. He didn't want to suck up all the fame as the interview on that. So a good letter from our good friend Jason on that. And we appreciate him so much for all the work he's doing too.
Oh yeah, I just finished his Ed Piskor interview, and man, that was great. It sent me down over to Ed Piskor and Jim Rugg and Tom Scioli's YouTube channel and podcast that they have with Cartoonist Cafebe, I believe it's called. And oh man, it's freaking great. And they like he's a cool dude anyway. Piskor is, and great comic creator. But and I love listening to the whole interview. But when I got on his YouTube channel, man, they just really dig comics and the history of comics, and you can just tell that these guys they're legit comic lovers, and so it's worth checking out for sure. But yeah, I love that Jason digs and finds these cool things to ask these creators about and when he interviews them, it's really been awesome to listen to these creators talk about their work, and then Jason always finds some kind of nugget from their past that he digs up, and it's really fun. And so Jason's incredibly kind and the nicest guy in comics. So we appreciate everything he does for us, and check out those interviews, man. They're awesome.
Absolutely. Just one of the additional things we're doing, other than these little sneak peeks at next week. There's been some cool interview series and some cool other stuff that we've been offering as well. But like you said before, we're going to head on over to Cover Price, and we're going to start with our top 10 items from CoverPrice.com. And at rank 10, we're going to start with the Stray Dogs Free Comic Book Day book that just came out last Saturday, Drew.
Fantastic.
Yeah, this past weekend was Free Comic Book Day, and one of the top books fans were out looking for was Stray Dogs #1, with additional material included in the Free Comic Book Day. This issue, amongst others, was one of the first free books to disappear and push fans online if you missed out and weren't able to get them. So this free book moved 28 additional copies on the internet, people paying $16 for a raw. There was also the Comic Bug Jason Goes to Hell exclusive, which was moving from 40 to 70 online.
When did we start doing exclusive variants for Free Comic Book Day books?
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
And Virgin variants?
Yeah.
On Free Comic Book? When did we start doing that?
The industry will always find a way to push different things, and even with our free books, or quote-unquote free books. Yep. Your trades aren't safe, your annuals aren't safe, and neither are your free books.
Man, that's crazy. All right.
At rank 9, we have Superman #4, from 1986. Idris Elba's role as Bloodsport is still moving copies as fans finally catch up watching the new Suicide Squad. Many fans have expressed interest in this one, seeing Bloodsport taking down Superman. We'll see. This was enough to move 42 copies on the secondary market, and a high sale of $280 for a CGC 9.8.
Huh.
At rank 8, Spider-Man Unlimited #1 from 1993, another holder from last week, is the first appearance of Shriek. She managed to hold her stake in last week's Hot Comics, moving 46 on the secondary market, and a CGC 9.8 going for over $200 for $229. Of course, our boy James Tinian continues his rank at 7 with Nice House on the Lake #1. A CGC 9.8 already fetching $175. We talked earlier about Moon Knight, and of course Moon Knight 13 from the 1981 series. This issue features the first fight between Moon Knight and Daredevil. This one might be mostly wishful thinking, but fans are hoping to see this kind of on-screen battle between the two fan-favorite Marvel characters. Enough to move 28 copies on the secondary market and get $60 for a CGC 9.2.
Has there been a leak or something that casting or something that where they think that Daredevil's going to be in this?
I'm not real sure on that one, but hopefully Moon Knight needs a lawyer and we know where we can find one.
Yeah, there we go.
At rank 5, we have Exiles, #3, a Marvel book from 2018. Despite never being called Captain America or Captain Britain, Super Soldier Peggy Carter chose to go by Captain Carter. However, due to very close comparisons, this issue had a ton of heat, and this week moved 50 copies online, and it had a high sale of $525 for a CGC 9.8. Are you watching the What If series?
No, but I guess this is what it's spinning out of.
Yeah, but I know you and your difficulty with anything that's been animated in movies.
Well, I've got a support group. I've been going to meetings, and I did watch Invincible. So I think I'm getting over this phobia. I'm going to
stand up and say, "Hello, my name is Drew, and I've never watched Batman the animated series."
That's what I say.
So yeah, a lot of neat stuff coming out. Tons of memes about Giant Peggy Carter. So at the very least, it's been great for the internet stuff.
I'll definitely check that out. It's HBO Max. Oh, is that what that is, or Disney Plus?
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Yep. At rank 4, we have Noctera #1 from Image Comics. Recently, Bleeding Cool hinted that I would advise comic book speculators to get ahead of the game here on this one. Well, they listened, and that was enough to spike. And some of the other sites also ran with this rumor. 49 copies on the secondary market, $75 for a CGC 9.8. So
kind of low.
Just the beginning of the speculation market on this one, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I guess so.
At rank 3, Batman Urban Legends #6. This is going to be here twice on this one. We're talking about the Ejikiri variant. One of the top books this week is one that's being discussed everywhere online. In this issue, one of the top stories explores Tim Drake's sexuality. While there's no big reveal in an obvious way, the issue does mention Tim having been on a date with a boy that he's trying to save as Robin, and spends the rest of the story exploring his feelings. The story ends with him agreeing to go on another date with this same boy. The story sets the tables for the story to continue in Urban Legends #10. This news sent fans rushing to eBay to pick up a copy of any of the covers, including the A and this other cover, helping this variant move 52 copies on the secondary market and $36 for a raw. We have that. Okay, so Urban Legends 6 is actually rank 1, 2, and 3.
That's crazy.
For cover price. So at rank 2, we have the Anacleto variant. 35 copies online. High sales of $36 for that same raw. And the big winner was the cover A with 176 copies moving on the secondary market. A new record that sold more than Star Wars High Republic #1 on the secondary market, and had a high raw sale of $103.
Wow, that's amazing.
So, when you hear Kyle say things like cover A, cover A, cover A,
this is
a little bit of reinforcement of that. But any version of that Batman Urban Legends #6 was both the A, B, and C. So between the 176 copies of A and it looks like the 87 copies of B and C are the other two variants on it. That's over 250 copies on the secondary market of Batman Urban Legends number 6 in just last week.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Rank 11, we have Peacemaker number 1 from 1987. DC is obviously investing in Peacemaker, giving the character his own HBO series. It's clear that John Cena enjoyed playing the role, and it shows on screen. This issue marks the first appearance of Peacemaker's father, Wolfgang Schmidt, who's also rumored to appear in the HBO series. This sold 36 copies and had a high raw sale of $50. At rank 12, we have Defenders number 1, the George Perez Hidden Gem 1 in 25 from 2021. This recent issue features a new Defenders team consisting of Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer, Red Harpy, the Masked Raider, and Cloud. It also features the first cameo appearance of Omnimax and the first full appearance of Taya, the mother of Galactus. Taya's appearance appears to be the key driver of recent sales, which helped sell 33 copies and a high sale of $30 for a raw copy. At rank 13, we have the Special Edition Marvel Edition, number 15. Redundant. This week, the Shang-Chi premiere took place with mostly positive reviews. Leading into this film, collectors are still picking up copies of his first appearance as Marvel weaves Shang-Chi into the MCU. His first issue sold 17 copies and had a high sale of $2,251 for a CGC 9.4. So from 1973. Nice.
Yeah.
At rank 14, we have Spawn number 1 from 92. Yeah, still. Sold 27 more copies, and now it's back up to almost $300 for a CGC 9.8. Rank 15, we have the Defenders number 1 again. This is the Peach Momoko 1 in 50. And it sold 26 copies and at a high sale of $139 for a raw. Not bad for a raw.
Not bad for 1 in 50.
And rank 16, we have Tales of Suspense, number 77 from 1966. This is Peggy Carter again. So the What If Spike renewed interest in her first appearances, sold 19 copies, and had a high sale of $179 for a fine, very fine raw copy. Rank 17, we have Iron Man number 120 from 1979. This is the first appearance of Justin Hammer. Suddenly finds his way on the list this week. There's some speculation we'll see this character again in the MCU. This sold 19 copies and had a high sale of $100 for a very good raw copy.
Oh, wow.
Rank 18, we have Ghost Rider number 1 from 1990. This is a 90s classic Ghost Rider featuring the first appearance of Danny Ketch and also the villain Deathwatch. It's trending due to the rumors of Danny Ketch and the Midnight Suns project. It sold 24 copies and had a high sale of $535 for a CGC 9.8. At rank 19, we have Ghost Rider 28. Same reason, sold 20 copies, had a high sale of $99 for a CGC 9.8. And rounding out the top 20, we have Moon Knight number 13, the newsstand, which was also the Moon Knight and Daredevil meeting. This one sold just 11 copies and had a high sale of $60 for a raw copy. Interesting.
Very cool.
Let's slide over and do that FOC.
Of course, FOC is our final order cutoff. It's our last ability to add a few things to our comic book order before things come out. Just to, maybe we see some art or we see some trends in the secondary market that make us want to jump on a few things. It's nice to have one last bite of the apple on these items. So normally we have things that are due here by Sunday and Monday that will be releasing. Looks like most of this stuff comes out September the 14th and 15th on these books. But we have a chance to add a few things, so let's crawl through that and see if we can find some additional things. We do not have our top few items from Eric, so Drew, it's up to just you and I to figure out what's going on in this FOC.
Yeah, what does he think he's doing going on vacation? That's only you get to do that.
Exactly.
We have Batman 89 number 2. I don't know if you got a chance to read that first issue of Batman 89. You were what, like 8, 9 years old when that came out?
Correct.
Something like that.
Yep.
So I got to see it in the theater. I dug that movie, and this first issue really kind of captured that what was going on in the movie. So I dug it. I hope this does well enough that they think, hey, we should probably revisit this world again in like a movie or something. That'd be sweet.
Very nice.
I'd like to see that.
We have also I Am Batman number 1, and we have a cover A by Olivia Coipel, Greg Capullo on the B cover, Francisco Mattina on the C, and then we have an incentive variant with Del Auto, and then we have a 1 in 25 as well. So we get all kinds of covers for this I Am Batman number 1.
Yes. Looks pretty good. We also have a Deathstroke Incorporated number 1.
Same thing with that. An A, B, and a C cover. We have a D, which is an incentive variant for your different shops, and then a 1 in 25 on that as well. So some really cool covers there. I like it. We got the older Deathstroke on a lot of these covers, so that's pretty cool.
Harley Quinn debuts with the Eat Bang Kill tour. All right, it's coming out of the animated series, so all bets are off.
Is this the one that's quite racy, or
Yes.
or is this all ages? It looks all agey.
Well, the HBO series is R-rated, so
Yes.
I don't know. Is DC going to put that out? They shouldn't. Should they? They should protect their brand, right?
I would think. Ages 17 plus on this.
Oh, there you go. There you go. We got the 7th issue of the Joker and a 1 in 25 James Stokoe variant, which is like a tarot card. Really cool. I like that a lot. But the Simone Bianchi's pretty nice too. They're all pretty nice.
We also have Titans United number 1 of that 7-issue series from DC. Actually, that's a really nice cover A, Jamal Campbell. We've got Nightwing on the cover B on that one, better than a majority of Nightwing covers we've been seeing lately, so that's neat. And there's the cover C.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. That is pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Anything from Vault? Scout. No.
Nothing that piques my interest right off the bat from Scout.
Not seeing anything from Dark Horse.
And that puts us down into the IDWs. I gotta check out a Godzilla versus Mothra cover real quick and see what that looks like. Interesting.
From Image, we have Primordial number 1. We talked about this a little bit, I think, during the pre-order cycle. This is Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino. Cold War thriller. 6-issue miniseries. Same team as Gideon Falls. And it's got a ton of covers.
Gotcha. We also, in IDW, we talked about some of these. We have Star Wars High Republic Adventures, the Monster Temple Peak. That is a 4-issue series that we're on issue 2 of. Again, we're getting a lot of first appearances in even some of these IDW High Republic series, so don't miss those.
Oh, yeah. I didn't, because it said SW. It was like,
Yeah,
what is it?
exactly.
I glossed right over it.
3 issues of Walking Dead, 23, and you were telling me Walking Dead, the final season starting off, or what was it?
Yeah, Sunday it launched with the first episode of the beginning of the end trilogy. They're They're breaking the final season into 3 parts. I think 8, and 8 maybe.
That's awesome.
And so they're doing those first 8 right now, and we're getting introduced to the Commonwealth a little bit. We're not quite there yet, but we're meeting like some of the Commonwealth people, and then they've already kind of shifted some things from the comic, that because there's certain characters are no longer there to do what they did in the comics, so they have to change some things around, and it's interesting some of the choices they're making. And what bothered me is they introduced new characters.
Gotcha.
There's like all these people that Maggie brought with her, and I'm like, why are you introducing new characters in the final season just to kill them off? Because I'm not going to care about any of these people. Just focus on the ones you have. You have way too many characters. Why would you do this? So unless they just want to kill them, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, odds we get Princess.
Oh yeah, she's been on.
She's already. Gotcha.
Yeah, she's been on for a season already. So,
so as you can tell, I'm a couple seasons behind.
Yes, yeah. You need to catch up. You need to catch up before it ends.
I was going to say I'd like to be able to watch these as they come out.
Yeah, and there's some draggy moments, so you'll want to keep your finger on the jump ahead button so you can get through some of the boring parts. But overall, you got to finish it up.
100%.
I'm looking at Marvel at some of this stuff. Carnage, Agony, another one of the Carnage spin-off dudes. I don't care about that.
We have Black Widow 11 available here as an FOC item. That's the Adam Hughes? Adam Hughes is doing the cover 8 of that. And did you say Cowabunga has an exclusive version of that?
Yeah. Did he? Is it down low, or is it not
It's the
on?
very first item in Marvel, and I don't see the Cowabunga version anywhere.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, there is an exclusive Cowabunga exclusive Adam Hughes cover. What does the cover that's listed in here look like? I'll have to get down there.
Yeah.
No. No, you can't tell me.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, it's not working for me either. But yeah, so you have to go to the Shop Cowabunga site to get that pre-ordered. But it's a beautiful cover. I really dig it. It's a beautiful Adam Hughes cover.
There you go.
Not much in Marvel, really.
Mm-mm.
It looks like all the trades are through Penguin Random House, and we've got a couple more. When are these books coming out? So the regular floppies are coming out in September, so we got a couple more weeks of this, and then it all switches over to Penguin Random House. I think.
I believe so.
Going to be interesting to see how that is. It going to be seamless, or is there going to be hiccups?
There will be no hiccups. It'll work just like that.
Yeah. So we'll have to see how that goes. They're offering our Hawkeye AHA fraction run.
Ah, very cool.
Yeah, they're offering that again. Not too bad. What is it? $25? All 22 issues plus the annual, and our Young Avengers Presents number 6.
All right, that was one of our secret specs for the longest time.
Yeah.
Drew, here we have Star Wars Bounty Hunters Boosh. Boushh number 1. Do you know who Boosh is?
No.
Boosh is the bounty hunter who Princess Leia donned his armor into Jabba's Hutt's palace when she threatened to blow everybody up, when she brought in Chewbacca. So we get the backstory on that.
What movie is this?
Jedi.
Okay.
If you click on the number 1A, you'll recognize that main character in the middle.
Okay, I recognize that.
There you go.
My brain is mush. Anything interesting going to happen in this final web of Spider-Man? Are we going to get anything with the?
We got our first appearance of our boy, and I think that was all we cared about on it. They made that splash.
That was
Unless they kill him off in this 5th issue.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Berserker number 5. It's going to sell a bazillion copies.
Mm-hmm.
Eat the Rich goes back to it for a second printing from Boom.
We still don't have the art on that one. Boo.
We're going to do another Firefly series, this time at $8
There you go.
an issue.
Ugh.
Seems a little pricey
Ugh.
for a Firefly, but maybe it's a double-sized? I don't know. That's crazy.
That's a tough sell. We have Maul number 1 from Boom Studios.
Yeah, from Jude Ellison S. Doyle and A.L. Kaplan. Looks like a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Never heard of them, but
I am unaware myself, so that may be something I'll have to check into and see. The cover B is very interesting looking. The cover A did not sell me, but I do like that B.
we got the Vampaverse from Dynamite. So if you are excited about the Vampaverse, it's looks like a lot of their vampire-ish. What's the Vampirella, right? Looks like Vampirella. So I'm sure it's something in that world.
And we got Adam Hughes on cover A there. Very cool.
Man, this might be an easy skip FOC for me.
Yeah.
I don't know that I need any of this stuff.
There you go.
Some of the DC stuff's tempting.
Yeah.
Pretty covers, but I don't know. Kind of weak.
There you go. A week, as we say.
A week. Well, let's slide over to Hot 10, see if we can spice things up.
All right, and speaking of spikes things up, let's start at rank 10 as we head over to comicbookinvest.com and check out what our friends there say are the hottest 10 books on the secondary market this past week.
So you're gonna start at 10, go to 1,
yeah.
and then come back down for the honorable mentions. Or are you gonna
got
start
it.
with the? Or are you gonna start with the honorable mentions?
No.
No.
I'll do the thing like they do in all of the weird Facebook videos where I do 10 through 2, and then I'll do the 2 honorable mentions and then hit 1.
All right.
At rank number 10, Black Cat number 9.
No, from 2021, the 1 in 25 / 1 in 100 variant. Not selling quite as well as the Bermuda from above, but 40 and 150 is not too bad. This one may be one of those covers that people look for 2 to 3 years from now and have a hard time finding it. So, very cool Black Cat cover there. Here's the Bermuda we talked about at rank 9. Bermuda number 2, we have a J. Scott Campbell 1 in 25 and then 1 in 50 variant. I believe, 1 in 25 being regular and 1 in 50 being the virgin version of them. Each is selling for 2 times the ratio at $50 for the 1 in 25 and $100 for the 1 in 50. Don't know much about the book, but boy do we like that cover.
Huh. That is very nice.
Yeah. At rank 8, we have Count Draco Knuckle Duster number 1, the VHS cover variant. Scout has been doing these on all of their Black Caravan titles, and they continue to sell very well. This one is doing better than most and is selling for around $50, and it is a cool looking cover. I love the little Be Kind Rewind sticker on the front of it. At rank 7, we have Ironheart number 1. Sorry, folks, for all the Riri Williams we're going to get into here, but Feige saying that Riri would be in Black Panther 2 is very significant news, not just because she shows up, but because this indicates that she will play a significant role in the future plans. Really hoping that none of anybody was caught off guard by this, because we've been talking about it for a while. Anyways, this odd cover of her first solo series is seeing significant action, as 9.8s are up to $300 and raw copies are above 60 to 75.
I don't get it.
I don't either. At rank 6, we have Kingspawn #1, the Todd McFarlane 1 in 250 signed variant, limited to 1,697 copies.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, over $700. Let's look at that print run again, folks. 1,697. This would not even be in the top 20 of the rarest Spawn books, right? Maybe the top 50. Why are people paying this kind of money for this? On a side note, it is not a smart idea for a retailer to post 100 of these and then brag to their customers that they should have bought them at a lower price a month ago. That is a bad look and a bad business move. Posting that you have a lot of copies is a total different scenario than shaming the people you're trying to sell them to.
Well, we've discussed this a lot. There's some crappy shop owners out there.
There are. At rank 5, we have Passive Aggressive #1, the passive cover. This is written by Matt Kent and David Latham. It's valued at between 70 and 90. This is another Bad Idea Productions. I will give it to Dinesh. He is definitely not a follower. The variant guts of this book, it's very interesting, but we'll see if these prices stick. Don't know much about that one.
No, I don't either.
Yeah. We have Invincible Iron Man #7, the third printing. The third printing of this book has raw copies up above $80, and 9.8s are now $325. I've said it 1,000 times. #7 is the play and the one you want. #9 is Fool's Gold, and this book confirms it. Marvel states right on the cover which book is Riri's first appearance, and this third printing says it. Amazingly, they don't say the same thing on #9 in later subsequent printings. We finally get the answer from a publishing company that we want, and then someone manipulates the market to think that #9 is more important. At rank 3, Miles Morales Spider-Man Annual #1, the Tony Flex 1 in 25 variant, and that's an awesome looking cover. Over $125. It's a good looking variant for sure. Remember when a hot 1 in 25 sold for only 50 or 60 the week of release? That's crazy.
It's a great cover. I love it.
It is. At rank 2, we have Defenders #1, the Peach Momoko 1 in 50. 250 to 275. Wow, we did not see this one escalating like this, nor did we see it reaching this price point. I just don't get it. And at rank #1, we have the aforementioned Ironheart #9. It was between 20 and 25. Now it is 125 to 150. Is this really happening? Shuri and Riri meet, and apparently will do so in Black Panther 2. Does that really warrant the price that this thing is getting? If it does, then what will happen to Shuri #6 when she meets Miles Morales? Is this the new trend? First meetings?
Yeah, that seems pretty whack.
Yeah, but it's the one that's moving. And now that we've gone through our top 10, let's talk about our honorable mentions. Our honorable mention #1, Darth Vader #1 from the 2017 line, the Mark Brooks 1 in 50 variant. Giuseppe Camuncoli being the internal art, but Mark Brooks being this awesome variant here. A 9.08 sold for almost $700, more than double what the last one sold for. This one isn't super rare, but definitely has not got a high supply out there, and it is one of the better covers. And the other honorable mention, Prize Comics #55. It's an old one there, another 10-center. So glad to see this Promise collection book coming to light. A 9.X 9.6 sold this week for $8,400.
Do you know about the? Do you know about the Promise? Did I tell you about the Promise collection, or do you know about?
I did not.
While you were on your sabbaticals, witness protection, and
correct, yes.
Whistleblower status, whatever was happening to you. Mike was on, Mike Myers, and he was telling us about the Promise collection, and it was these two brothers that one brother collected comics, and when he died, his other brother he made his other brother promise that if anything happened to him, that he would take care of his comics, and he promised him that he would take care of his comics if anything happened to him, and the guy died, and so he had to take care of his comic collection, and did so for decades and decades, and I think until he died. And then these are these comics, and they're all incredibly pristine and old, and some beauties like these things in them. So it's a really cool story. Mike told me a little more eloquently than I just told you, but yeah, it was really interesting. So love to see these things come to light. That I've never seen this book before in my life, so that's awesome.
Yeah, and there are only 3 copies of Prize Comics number 55 on the census. Only 3. That is a very rare book.
Is that the CGC census?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
It's all for the hot tub, Drew. I think it's time to talk sneak peek.
Yeah, man. Let's get over there and find some good gold and what's coming out in DC this week.
That's right. Head on over to lunardistributions.com. Find August the 24th, and let's see what DC has in store for us.
Boy, Lee Bermejo sure has a style on these B covers.
Mm-hmm.
Very grim and gritty Batman.
Yep.
Derek Chew, we loved that during the FOC, remember?
Yeah, definitely. But that cover C with King Shark on the front might pop as well.
Right, that's right. Did you get around to Suicide Squad yet?
Not yet, but I'm looking forward to it. I need to do that because I really want to see it. I've heard good things.
Yeah, carve out some time, man. It's good.
Yeah. You liked it?
Yeah, I want to watch it again.
Superman versus Lobo #1.
Yeah, I'm curious about that one.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be good or just whack. Superman 78. I hope that's good. I wasn't the biggest Superman fan as I was a Batman fan when that movie came out, so I'm not a super fan of Superman. But we'll see.
Very cool.
Are these all these Superman versus Lobos? They're square bound or just oversized?
They look square bound based on the aspect ratio of them.
Magazine size, maybe? I don't know.
They're $7, so I would assume they're black. Yeah, that's the black label style. So that's the
just oversized.
Yep.
Not square bound.
Okay. Correct.
All right, let's slide on over to Image then.
Yeah.
Any Department of Truth's going to pop this week?
Not as much. I'm not very happy I missed that Nirvana cover on those. That is a cool looking cover. I don't know if I wasn't clicking very much or what was going on in my head on those.
Where do you see that?
I saw it online. We missed it.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's like a 1 in 25 or something?
I can't even remember. I just saw it and said, crap.
Ice Cream Man is doing 4 covers for its 25th issue. No, 5.
I was going to say 5 because there's that wraparound.
Holy moly.
Each one creepier than the next.
Yeah, I think the wraparound was the one I popped for.
Yeah, and then we can't forget Echo Lands #1 by J.H. Williams and Dave Stewart.
I glossed right over it.
Yeah. It's a landscape format mythic fiction epic.
Yeah, we'll see how that does.
Yeah.
What was the last one that was landscape?
Private Eye, and then something else. I can't remember what else.
It was it was a couple of BKVs that were landscape,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he did a few of those. Those are the ones that pop in my mind, at least.
Yeah, he did that one about where the was like half Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible. King Spawn, a lot of covers. It's going to blow up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's going to be big. I guess the first issue of Mother of Madness was one of the top sellers of July, according to Comicron.
Wow. That popped good for Image.
Like
it's only a 3-issue series, so I imagine most people already pre-ordered it before anything, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Down into Dark Horse.
What is Bacon and Other Monsters' Tales? That's a $20 hardcover. That's what that is.
Yes, I was going to say.
That's a cool Eastman cover on that TMNT ongoing 120.
It really is. And this Transformers Shattered Glass is a neat looking series as well.
I'm trying to think. I'm down in Marvel. I'm trying to remember Amazing Fantasy. Pretty sure I liked it. But I'm not 100%. It's kind of hazy.
Yeah. I really like this Amazing Spider-Man 72, the In-Hyuk Lee AAPIH variant with silk on the front.
Oh, man.
It's a super great cover, and I love it. That one's awesome.
Was that just a B?
I believe so. It was odd because, they put that on the Spider... They threw silk on the Spider-Man for that one. They mixed quite a few things up with different characters for those AAPIH covers.
Oh, is that Asian and Pacific Islander?
Correct.
Cool. There's Black Widow 10. The games variant's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cable Reloaded. Is this a Rob Liefeld book?
I see all kinds of pouches on that, and that is
Yeah,
pretty cool.
He got to do the cover.
Yeah.
That seems right. That seems fair. Dark Hawk #1.
Another book.
I don't know much about that character. I don't think I need to read his comic.
It's only 5 issues. Got to check it out.
Nah, I don't think I do. You can let me know.
I will.
Also, don't need to check out Extreme Carnage Riot. You can let me know if that's good too.
Spider-Man Life Story Annual #1.
I am kind of curious about that one. Revisiting that again. But it's all J. Jonah Jameson. I don't know if I can stomach an entire J. Jonah Jameson.
Zdarsky and Bailey.
Bagley?
Bagley, sorry. I don't know why I said Bailey.
This non-stop Spider-Man seems delayed. Seems like it's been a long time since we've had one of those.
It's very possible.
You still reading Dr. Aphra?
Just the stuff that's crossing over for the bounty hunters.
I like the Wanted poster concept. They could do that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We could have fun with that. Winter Guard. What is Winter Guard? Oh, okay.
I was going to say that's yeah.
White
Coming off of
Widow
Black
and
Widow.
Red. Yeah, okay.
Red
I think I asked the same question during FOC.
Gun. Dark Blood #1 getting a 3rd print, so that's pretty cool from Boom.
Did I miss Boom?
It's right after Dynamite, which is right after Marvel.
Oh, you skipped Dynamite. Okay.
Well, I went through it, but nothing piqued my interest. Sorry.
Gotcha.
Something is Killing the Children 19. Probably the most tame cover of Something is Killing the Children I've ever seen.
And just one cover.
And just the one cover, exactly.
But they probably have a lot of exclusives with different stores like Cowabunga. The Scouts Scoot imprint gives us Action Tank #1 for $1.99.
Ooh.
Good job. Good job, Scoot. Barbaric #3 doesn't want to show us any of the covers.
No.
A. We got A. Here we go. I don't remember Blue Flame at all from Vault. I missed that one. Just must have just went under my radar. Cassidy's Secret #1 from Clover Press. I don't know what that's about. They don't have a cover image yet. It's Charles Holland and Antonio Fuso. It's the writer and executive producer of the Black Lightning show.
Okay, gotcha.
But somebody must still be working on the. He's still working on the cover as of. Wait a minute, it's coming out Wednesday. You really got to get that.
From Scout Comics, we have Life Formed #1 from Matt Mayer Lowry. Looks a little all agey, but could be cool.
Which one was that?
Life Formed. Scout Comics down in our other stuff.
Oh, okay. Gung Ho Anger #4 is out. This Horizon Zero Dawn we're not doing a bunch of Peach Momoko stuff with, right?
It doesn't look like it. We're doing a few other things, including the video game covers and everything. So interesting there.
Knights of the Golden Sun is on issue 13. I haven't checked back in on that for a long, long time.
Same thing with American Mythology Productions Techno Freak #1 of a 3-issue series. We still don't have a cover on that either, and we're almost out of time. We have we have one of the covers. I'm sorry, we don't have the B. We have the A.
We've got Stud and Blood and the Blood Blade from Comics Experience, that first issue, and we have Suicide Jockeys from Source Point Press. with a Roadhouse cover. Homage.
Oh, that is a cool Roadhouse cover. I like that.
Yeah.
Drew, this is the point of the podcast where I think we've dug through everything we can find, and it's time for our pick of the week. What is the one book to make sure you grab up, put in a bag and board, because it's going to be on the Hot 10 coming soon? What do you got for me?
Do I go super obscure with the Suicide Jockeys?
Yes.
Or
I'm going to steal Echo Land's #1 from Image from you.
you can do that. You can do that. I'll take Suicide Jockeys then.
There you go.
The cover B.
That was just about to ask A or B on that one. So, the cover B. We thank you so much for joining Drew as myself as we dig through our sneak peek at next week, and we find these. I think that's going to be the last release window in August. Oh my goodness, August is over. Next time we talk about a sneak peek, it'll be for September books almost. Well, the DC will be the last of August, and then September books for the Wednesday release stuff. So that's crazy. But we thank you guys for tagging along with us. For Drew and for myself, see ya.